My stomach churns at the thought of enduring so much pain. It was my son's wedding, 2 years ago to be precise. And right as they were serving cake, I choked and coughed out blood and a tooth. The silence that filled the room was deafening, and all eyes were fixed on me in terror, while I stood there sweating and fighting for my life, barely gasping for air. It literally was breathtaking. After a minute, I was able to snap out of the horror. I wondered if it was reflex or a divine force as my tooth dropped to the floor mixed with thick pints of blood. And even faster than I could think, the gloomy reality hit me with a bag of bricks. The pulsating pain I felt from a broken tooth was the least of my worries. I begged the earth would open up and swallow me whole.
This couldn't be happening to me, especially a man of my age.
My caring wife tried her best to cheer me up by pointing out that Demi Moore also lost both her front teeth. But this old dog wouldn't bite. I felt terrible.
Little did I know I was about to embark on a life-changing journey.
And I was shocked to discover 3 secrets the dental industry is hiding from you to leave you hopeless and at their mercy. Number 1, the root cause behind bleeding gums. 9 out of 10 people have this figured out all wrong. Number 2, an unexpected method to reignite the life force in your gums in order to give you natural, titanium-rooted teeth from top to bottom, a method that completely protects against gingivitis and periodontitis. And number 3, the shocking truth about implants and what you need to do to keep them away from falling and creating life-threatening bacteria in your mouth.
So if you can invest 4 minutes in your dental health today, I'll reveal why, despite being a fanatic about your oral health, you still might be having problems with your teeth.
The crushing reality is this. Most treatments and dental procedures completely ignore a deadly bacteria that's continuously at work in the pockets of your gums. Left unmanaged, this bacteria creates a snowball effect, leading to health complications including chronic dental disease, tooth decay, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, brain disease, and even diabetes. Your dentist will most likely claim that they have the most advanced cleaning treatments to destroy these gum-eating bacteria completely. But what he won't tell you is that they only work on the surface. What about the more lethal bacteria that's mocking traditional medicine? Bacteria that eat deep at your roots, behind the scenes, even when your teeth seem 100% fine on the outside.
Pay attention to me, and starting today, you'll see all your dental problems with a fresh set of eyes and a definite solution at hand.
The World Health Organization estimates 90% of the Earth's population faces dental problems, and 30% already lost at least one tooth. But don't worry though, today you'll get everything you need to wave your pestering dental problems goodbye forever. And you can start immediately from the comfort of your own home. Whether you're young or old, whether you think your teeth are beyond saving, and whether you have a chronic medical condition or a family history of bad teeth, you'll laugh when faced with the dental industry and its lies, and you won't have to spend a fortune or put yourself at risk of uncertainties, invasive surgeries, or implants. In fact, this 30-second routine is so powerful and quick-acting, renowned experts call it the lost art to perfect teeth. Believe it or not, within just a few minutes you'll have a crystal clear clarity and know beyond a shadow of a doubt just how game-changing this routine really is. So please, don't spend another cent on expensive implants, invasive surgeries, and uncertain dental procedures until you watch this video to the end. First things first, you should know that implants placed on your gums are choked by latent and lethal bacteria. They seem to stay still and strong for a while, until they don't. I'll prove it to you in a second. Starting today, you'll be able to halt, reverse, and rediscover what it feels like to have strong, beautiful-looking teeth and a captivating smile without stepping a foot in your dentist's office. Picture this. No more swollen gum pains or bad breath. No more annoying dental infections. No more risky and painful surgeries. No more bone loss in your teeth. And no need to spend thousands of dollars on implants or other dental procedures. Now you can enjoy life with strong, healthy, white teeth for the rest of your life. Dig into your favorite meals wherever you want, whenever you want. Become the architect of your own smile and renew your confidence in social settings while also receiving exciting compliments for the one thing you used to feel so self-conscious about, your smile.
And I'm not asking you to believe me. Take it from Amy.
49, San Luis.
I always took good care of my teeth, brushing, flossing, mouthwash, dental checkups, but I still suffered from an unnerving pain when brushing and an electric feeling in my teeth when I ate. I never thought I'd get rid of it until I tried this ritual, and it really works. It's the only way I've gotten rid of dental sensitivity. Thanks.
Or David.
My gums were red, swollen, and bleeding every time I brushed. I had bad breath and my teeth were yellow. In just 30 seconds a day, I got rid of all these problems. My gums are now clean and healthy, and my teeth seem whiter than before. This ritual really works, and the results are quick.
Robert.
For more than 3 years, I had vicious saliva, an unpleasant smell in my mouth, and my gums seemed to recede. I went to the dentist, tried scaling, and nothing changed. Even worse, a tooth fell out. My wife heard about your solution and asked me to try it too. She was right. Today, my teeth are stronger than ever. My gums have recovered, and the bad smell has disappeared. Thank God I found this method.
These people have been exactly where you are right now.
Have experienced the same embarrassment, sometimes more, the same sleepless nights riddled with pain, and the horrific daytime nightmares you face when suffering from dental problems. The good news is we've all surpassed these issues without any recorded side effects using a simple 30-second routine, which is 100% natural and extremely effective. So let me share with you my personal battle with these agonizing dental demons.
Hello, my name's Daniel Moore. I'm 59 years old, and I live in Pennsylvania with my wife, Nina.
Nina and I are high school sweethearts. We're the textbook American family. We were the proudest parents when we heard the news of our 27-year-old son David marrying Christine. Obviously, we were thrilled to help them plan their wedding, just like my old man did mine. Now, I've been with the hospital for more than 25 years as an ambulance driver, and I know just how crucial it is to have the right medical assistance at the right time. I've always been a community man ready to offer a helping hand and an open heart. And if I wasn't committed to my community, as you're about to see, I wouldn't have stumbled upon this cutting-edge solution that's now filling the lives of thousands of people with unwavering hope and stellar confidence. You see, I worked the late-night shift and had to drive in the cold and dark. In my early days, I had the spirit and grit of a warhorse, both necessary in dealing with any demanding circumstances, but as I got older, slowly but surely, that life force diminished. To sustain my energy and focus, I switched to hot coffee and frequently ate sweets. Most of the time, I'd chew gum after every delicious-tasting snack, and when I got home, I'd brush my teeth. But there were also those down days that left me too drained to even move a finger. And you know what? I would throw myself on the soft couch, turn to the TV, and would immediately fall asleep. After some time, the bacteria muscled in and my gums started bleeding. In the beginning, it was just the toothpaste that turned slightly pink when I'd spit it out. But then, each time I got to brush my teeth, I coughed out little spots of blood in the sink. No biggie, I said to myself, this happens all the time, and can happen to anyone, right?
Little did I know that spitting out blood after brushing is not normal. In fact, it's completely wrong.
While it definitely happens to a lot of people, to be more specific, 58% of Americans, young and old, suffer from some sort of deadly gum disease, but it still doesn't make it okay. And you'll understand by the end of this presentation why you shouldn't ever overlook these terrible warning signs. After a short while, I got another wake-up call. I received a phone call from the director of the hospital I work at. He asked in a friendly way if I had any health issues, or if he could help me in any way. At first, I just didn't get it. Here I was, completely okay with my life and perfectly able to take care of my family. But when he pressed further and narrated the stories of how my colleagues were avoiding working next to me because of the repelling smell oozing out of my mouth, I just wanted to disappear into thin air. Obviously embarrassed, I told the director that I'd do something about it, and I hurried to the bathroom. Getting there, I paused and took one good look at my teeth. There was a yellow-like film with unevenly swollen and rashy, irritated gums. I moved my palm next to my mouth and blew out some air. That's when my self-confidence zapped from 10 to below 1, if I had any points left. I realized how terrible my breath really was. Finally, it dawned on me why Nina kept insisting I brushed my teeth twice daily, and one more time when I'd just done it. But that was child's play compared to what was to come. Aside from the excruciating pain in my teeth, I also developed a nerve-wracking, torturous bleeding gum that I could barely withstand. And if this weren't enough, I could feel one more molar around the lower right part of my jaw wobbling. It was pure horror. Nina asked me to go see the dentist, but I couldn't stand the thought of him pulling out my tooth. And David's wedding was also close.
To be honest, I had dreamed about this moment for years, like any other parent, and I surely wanted to look my best.
I had a two-step plan. First, chew plants known for their help with dental health and bad breath. And second, only eat on my left side. But Nina still insisted I saw the dentist, so I promised her I would, but only after the wedding.
And as karma would have it, my worst nightmare became true exactly that day.
I can still taste the feeling. It was the 20th of August. Everybody was dressed up and ready. With love in the air, we were celebrating the union of David and Christine in a blossomed garden filled with fresh colors and sunlight. And everything was going according to plan, until I started munching on the bride's delicious white chocolate raspberry cake. I was finally manifesting my long-held dream for my son. But, swollen with pride and excitement, I completely forgot to chew on my left side, and at the faintest touch, my tooth took a bad turn and fell off, down my throat, and it got stuck. I was breathless, gasping for air. Seconds passed that seemed like days. I didn't even know what was down there. With huge force, I spat all that blood and my tooth. I never felt more embarrassed or sad. I still turn pale when I have the flashes. A father ruining his son's wedding.
My plans, preparations, dreams, and effort for everything to be perfect. Yet it wasn't.
Would I go back to erase everyone's memory about that incident? I would. The following morning, my cheek was so swollen you'd think bees had me for dinner. So I went to the dentist, tail between my legs and eyes down. I admit, I was terrified and nervous as I stepped into the cabinet. But after a quick peek into my mouth and an x-ray, the dentist confirmed my fear with more bad news.
Now pay close attention, especially if you've ever had to deal with bleeding gums and bad breath.
The doctor told me that my gums had so much damage that I had rusted away from gingivitis down to periodontitis. Periodontitis is a serious disease that attacks your teeth. It eats away your gums and jawbone, and what follows is bad breath, tooth decay, and even losing all your teeth. There is a unique link that connects gum disease and periodontitis to joint pains, lung issues, cardio issues, and even metabolic disease. And that's because once disease-causing bacteria breeds in your mouth and muscles in your teeth and gums, they spread to your blood vessels and the organs in your body, with the most notable one being your brain. But the second part of the bad news I got sent ice-cold shivers straight down my spine. I had another tooth that was wobbling. The surge of fear that followed was a defining moment for me. Was I about to lose all my teeth? What was I supposed to do next? Without a second thought and keeping a straight face, the dentist plainly stated, "Dan, you need 1 gum grafts, around $500 per gum, and if they're already damaged, this could be double or even triple. 2 fillings and root canals to keep your damaged teeth alive. These go in the range of $400 to $1,800. And 3 pocket refilling surgery to strengthen those gums at a low price of $5,000. He also added that I should consider changing my really damaged teeth with implants. The average implant would cost $4,000. The doctor pointed out that I needed at least 3, and of course the follow-up sessions that cost even more money. It seemed like I needed $15,000 and a jet fighter spirit to move through the pain and uncertainty.
That's when I really looked deep within myself and I asked,
if I followed this to the T, would I stop losing my teeth and would everything become normal again? But the doctor's response had an unpleasant ring to my ears. I can't guarantee you a 100% success rate, but we sure would give it our very best shot. Granted, this is a game of chance, but with my cash as an ambulance driver, my health as an old man, and my time all at stake, my smile is the first thing you see and the last thing you will remember about me.
so how long would I really have to endure?
That's when I learned implants are usually a two-step procedure. It all starts by getting the implant in and waiting for the gum and jawbone to heal. Then you mount a crown 3 to 6 months after. And only after creeping through 365 days without infections or complications, you can consider the surgery a success. In other words, I'd have to wait 365 days without any certainty of getting my life back to how I wanted it to be.
But it doesn't simply stop there. It kept on coming.
The next piece of bad news was even more draining for me. I needed urgent surgery to take out the root of the tooth that had gone off. Keeping the root there was a surefire way to infection. And teeth infections can be lethal when they invade your internal organs, such as the brain, through the nerves and cause complications, sometimes even death. I don't even want to remember the surgery. After 60 minutes and 4 numbing shots of anesthesia, I still had the feeling that somebody was drilling a hole deep into my mouth. And after the shots wore off, I couldn't feel a thing in my entire face. My mouth was heavy, and my jaw was stretched out and bruised. It took me a while to get back to my old self without the numbness, about a week. The depressing thought of 24 more months creeping by, just waiting to have my happiness, made me start the search for alternatives on the internet.
Anyone or anything that could give me answers.
Or at least find out if anybody else had gone through what I was going through and what my choices were. But life wasn't done with me. I kept seeing news about how dental surgeries could leave you permanently disfigured. Those consent forms before the implant are not accidental. I saw proof, too. The horrific case of a lady, age 56 to be precise, who was left practically deformed. And after all my research, I concluded that I would start brushing my teeth with periodontitis-preventing toothpaste and eat only soft food, because one of my main fears was to look disfigured, ugly, or be left without my other tooth. I felt trapped in a box, frustrated all the way down to zero confidence, and I just didn't know where to turn. And since there was no solution for me in sight, I thought that maybe I should simply throw in the towel, accept my fate, and loosen up a bit.
I made myself a tea, laid down on the couch, turned on the TV, and thank God came across something very interesting.
An investigative report from CBS News talking about how some prestigious European researchers came to the conclusion that dental problems have everything to do with the quality of your saliva. I admit that I didn't understand exactly what that meant. But then, George Robinson, a dentist and dental researcher with more than 50 years of hands-on experience, started talking about a dangerous bacterium that lay well hidden in the mouth and couldn't be eliminated, even with the most advanced teeth cleaning procedures out there. This bacterium actually leads to gingivitis, periodontitis, and other mouth-related diseases. At the same time, Dr. Robinson explained how saliva plays a crucial part in eliminating this gum and teeth-damaging bacterium, being the only fluid that reaches every single spot within the mouth. This was the first true explanation.
But I still did not understand. How could saliva ever help with its process?
So I kept looking on the internet for this doctor, and I found out he is one of the most beloved and appreciated doctors in the UK, who ultimately strongly stated that dental bacteria can be eliminated with a little help from saliva. He also wrote about a recent report released by the Washington University School of Medicine that revealed there are more than 20 billion bacteria in your mouth and 700 different species of bacteria. These bacteria multiply approximately every 5 hours. If you ever happen to make it through the day without cleaning your teeth, those 20 billion bacteria increase in numbers until they reach more than 100 billion. And they move deep down in your gums to transfer all kinds of infections until you face throbbing pains and your tooth rots yellow. Then I thought, the obvious solution would be to get rid of the bacteria causing this, right? Unfortunately, I found no recommendation from Dr. Robinson, so I looked for a way to get in touch. I sent emails with my story to all of his accounts, but from piecing all the data together, I understood he was no longer offering consultations. After a few days, I still didn't have an answer, so I began to accept once more the fact that I was just getting older and I will always be embarrassed by my teeth. But by a strange twist of fate, that very evening I received a phone call that changed everything. It was from Dr. Robinson's assistant, and she told me, Dr. Robinson is going to be in Austin for a month for a medical exchange program. If you insist on meeting him, I can put your name on the list. OMG, it's finally happening, I said to myself. Then the assistant told me no one had ever so incessantly followed up with Dr. Robinson, and that's why he had accepted to see me.
That day, I felt like the luckiest man on the planet.
2 weeks later, Dr. Robinson and I had dinner in the hotel's restaurant. I have to confess, the first thing I took notice of when I saw Dr. Robinson were his bright, perfect teeth, the kind of smile that opens doors leading to opportunities and freedom. I was about to open mine to compliment Dr. Robinson when I suddenly felt self-conscious about my bad breath and broken tooth. Flushed with shame, I felt the need to apologize. I wanted to feel younger with a new sense of confidence. I didn't want just another temporary solution. So I summoned the courage to tell him my story and the embarrassing experience from my son's wedding. And of course, I told him how I had seen him in that TV show and how that had given me hope. Seeing how mad I was, Dr. Robinson started explaining, when you have gum disease, it all starts with the dangerous bacteria. Just like little stubborn termites, they feast on your teeth and gums continuously, leaving them bleeding and super swollen. Right now, there are billions of bacteria lurking around in your mouth. Anytime you take a glass of water, dig into your food, or kiss your partner goodnight, you share millions of them. Some of these visitors stick around and start to colonize areas around your gums like beachheads. These bacteria feast on any crumb or speck of food, and their multiplication begins to form a film called plaque. Plaque is the leading cause of bad breath. It's a yellow-like mold that forms a film spreading across the walls of your teeth. Plaque is the perfect breeding house that enables bacteria numbers to grow and grow. A lot of times, your body's defense system successfully heals any swelling in the gums, but after these episodes, it retracts, and ultimately, the gum gets to the breaking point and your teeth fall off. It doesn't stop there. As you know, there are more than 20 billion bacteria in your mouth and 700 different species of bacteria, and they move from drilling deep in your gums to transferring all kinds of infections until you face throbbing pains and your tooth rots yellow. Now, I'll let you in on a secret that shook the core of the dental industry. No dental or medical procedure can destroy these gum-drilling microorganisms, and here's why.
This is something you won't hear from your dentist.
Even with a gun to the head. Because no matter how well you clean your teeth, a considerable portion of bacteria remain inside the tiny pockets of your gums. Now, there are some modern techniques to clean your teeth and gums, such as 1. Electric brushes, but they only clean the surface of your teeth, sometimes not well enough. 2. Dental floss, super aggressive method you should avoid, especially with inflamed gums. 3. Mouthwash, can cover up bad breath temporarily and pierce a little bit deeper, but the plaque is just too thick. 4. Dental scaling. This would work if you consistently did it week after week without damaging the enamel. And without the enamel to guard your tooth, you'll literally be screaming in pain day and night. Now, if your tooth falls out and you've got enough money for your surgery to be a success, guess what? The bacteria can still cause a hideous infection around your implant, resulting in painful swelling of your gums, which can lead to bone loss around your jaw. And even if a tooth looks perfect on the surface, it could still have heaps upon heaps of bacteria chewing on through the roots. So, what in the world could go head-to-head with this dark force and win, I asked? And Dr. Robinson answered without hesitation. There's one and only one thing on God's green earth that pierces through every area of your mouth and flows right beneath the surface of your gums: your saliva. Even if it has never occurred to you, or you just didn't know it, guarding your teeth and gums is the saliva's most crucial role in your mouth. That's why it contains tons of proteins and minerals that neutralize dangers. Saliva has absolute access to all areas of your mouth, including the blind spots where these dangerous bacteria colonize. But there's a problem, and it's just one. Without any help, it can't act fast enough to break down the tartar and kill off millions of bacteria from multiplying. And the only solution to this is fusing up your saliva to become an automatic disinfecting powerhouse that breaks down tartar and kills off lethal bacteria. This is the one true solution you really need. So how can we get to this point? I blurted out. That's when I discovered that during his 50 years of research at big dental research institutes around the world, like the one in Paris, Dr. Robinson had come across numerous amounts of plants, herbs, roots, and minerals that, when combined a certain way and in the right percentages, would birth an exceptionally potent, efficient, and fast-acting remedy. A quick glimpse. From the plants he stumbled upon in his research, here are 5 superfoods: berberine, turmeric, ginger, milk thistle, and yarrow. Each, with their anti-inflammatory effects and natural antibiotic strength, come together to wipe out hotbeds laden with infection away from your system. Plus, he talked about another carefully chosen 7 nutrients and minerals that together create the most conducive environment for damaged tissues to regenerate and reconstruct securely, thereby killing off infections, ultimately allowing your gums to bind up so your teeth are well entrenched and stable. He went on that the blend of artichoke, chocopiedra, beetroot, feverfew, and red raspberry helps to clear off migraines and tooth abscess aches as soon as you use them.
But knowing all this is only one side of the coin.
Combing the globe and meticulously selecting only the right herbs, plants, and minerals from secluded locations, growing them in their purest form, such as the Mekong Delta in Vietnam, Mont Blanc in Europe, Deccan Plateau from India, or the plains of Mozambique, Africa, is where the real work is. All of this effort, commitment, and focus to produce a groundbreaking remedy that, once absorbed by your body, can modify and enhance your saliva to the most potent disinfecting machine for your teeth, gums, and tongue as soon as contact is made. And in less than 24 hours, it zooms through the 3 stages that you need to instantly reverse, completely heal, and naturally restore a bright, winning smile. Stage 1. Reversing the acidic process that promotes bacteria multiplication and plaque formation to an alkaline environment that chokes up and kills them off. Stage 2. Soaking away dangerous bacteria with your saliva and then drowning them, combined with utilizing your saliva's cleaning effect to seal up bleeding gums and drastically reducing gum inflammation with its purifying agents. Stage 3. At this stage, you start to feel your loose gums cementing, while the roots of your teeth will be taking a stronghold. It's now that the wounds in your mouth start the healing process. This creates a solid protection against fermenting meals and external bacteria. Dr. Robinson spelled out repeatedly that in order to extract the right amount of nutrients from these plants, they needed to be carefully selected and harvested only in their purest form, and with great care, too, to prevent oxidation when combined or in its production process. So, you get a potent and efficient remedy. Otherwise, the whole process might turn to shambles. And that's why a lot of supplements do not work, because there is not enough attention given to details. Looking back, Dr. Robinson and I make a great team.
His ideas were pure gold.
And I was committed to trying every possible interaction between saliva and the numerous minerals and natural herbs he'd discovered. We worked painstakingly, performing tests until dawn, making sure we got the purest and only the naturally grown ingredients. And the right season, in the right percentage for huge potency without being artificially engineered.
In the end, there it was.
A remedy that combines the most powerful and naturally occurring herbs, plants, vitamins, and antibacterial nutrients. It really was magic in a bottle. Of course, I was the first to try it. On that first day, I thought I felt something. Oh yes, I felt it. The beating pains in my teeth and a glimmer of hope. But nothing could stop me now, and so I turned in for the night with a wide smile and a broken tooth. And when I woke up the second morning, something had clearly changed. There was no more blood after brushing. Hard to believe, but that was the first time in months that I wasn't coughing out blood in the sink anymore. Within the next few days, about half the plaque was washed off. Then the weeks to follow were heaven on earth. I really couldn't believe my eyes. My tooth wasn't wobbling anymore. My transformation was dramatic, and it only took a few weeks after that chance encounter. Excited by this advancement, I couldn't help but share. So I made a small list of people I personally knew that were going through this gloomy challenge, about 32 of them. I knew all of these guys suffered from different types of dental problems, so I discreetly made an exclusive study with them to test out this formula. To my surprise, every single one of them accepted almost instantly. Maybe they were just tired of their situation, or maybe my story made it look super easy and straightforward. Plus, they didn't need to step a foot outside their house. We came to them, like a good service should. We delivered the gum-guarding ingredient combination, just like the one I had.
There was also a simple report sheet to clearly track if they were making progress or getting worse.
I was truly prepared for this, so I thought I'd get some initial results after a couple of weeks. But the roll of events had a surprising twist for me. After just 4 days, 96 hours, 31 out of the 32 people called me on the phone. They couldn't hold back the excitement that their gums and teeth now had new life. Even I was shocked. Then I flashed back on how I was caught off guard too, by how quickly my gum swelling and tooth pain diminished and eventually completely dissolved. My gums were now as tight as Gorilla Glue and my teeth completely steady, entrenched, and sparkly. Plus, my coworkers could now be around me. It was like all of those horrifying experiences never happened. My wife now jokes about when I used to grind my teeth while sleeping. I had my life back to normal again. Finally, I could be proud of my smile, eat whatever I wanted, and nobody would ever watch my teeth with disgust. And not just me. Collecting those final reports from my initial test of 32 people revealed more surprising facts. The results were jaw-dropping.
Person after person, young and old, not one reported any nasty side effects.
The natural process completely halted their tooth pain, reduced their inflammation, washed out the plaque, or ended their bad breath. And my favorite part, the tightly entrenched teeth. This was a no-brainer for me, and I just couldn't keep it to myself. The world needed to know, fast. The embarrassment and pain had to end. But first, Dr. Robinson and I needed to take all these defining steps to make this remedy readily available to as many people as possible. So, we created a repeatedly proven and 100% natural supplement accessible to anyone burdened by issues like tooth decay or gum disease.
We named it G-Force
because it helps strengthen teeth and rebuild your gums while also giving you a firm grip over bacterial attacks. A natural remedy that you can start using right away that takes less than 30 seconds and has been proven to start a revolutionary healing process on contact when mixed with your saliva. Once G-Force halts the multiplying process of bacteria, it spreads out to stop the bleeding and rejuvenate your gums, restoring their healthy look to feel brand new. Throw out gingivitis and periodontitis from your system and forget about expensive dental implants, nerve failure, even facial paralysis. Wash out ugly plaque and build your teeth from the ground up. Stop aches, pain, and deadly infections. This will save you a small fortune from root canal appointments. Wash out bad breath and turn yourself to a magnetic icon that attracts opportunities with your beaming smile. Enjoy the renewed sense of confidence from having stronger, brighter, and healthier teeth free from cavities. So, you never, ever need a trip to the dentist anymore. To create the G-Force formula, we've combed the globe, searched for the purest, super quality 29 plants, herbs, roots, minerals, and vitamins, measured in the right proportions, combined and extracted nutrients in their needed potency, while making it easy to swallow in its capsule form that you can take once a day.
Each capsule is manufactured in the USA.
In our FDA-registered and GMP-certified facility, under sterile, strict, and precise world-class standards, so you can rest assured regarding its safety and premium quality. And we use the finest and purest non-GMO ingredients, zero toxins, no traces of stimulants, and they definitely aren't habit-forming. G-Force is so innovative in its approach that it can be used by anyone, living anywhere, under any medical condition, and at any age, even if their teeth problem have had years of sharp decline mixed with neglect. And that's why in a more recent and painstaking study of 32,000 customers, they would all recommend G-Force without hesitation or reservation to others. What was nearly impossible for me just a few moments ago, G-Force now happens every day in the lives of more than 32,000 people across America, and the results are incredible.
Here's what Diana has to say.
My gums were swollen and sensitive to touch. I even noticed that they were loose around my teeth and started moving, which was pretty scary. After only 3 weeks of G-Force, my gums look impeccable. The pain is gone and my teeth seem stronger than ever. I also recommended it to my son.
I'm 56 years old, and I had a lot of problems with my gums, especially with my lower gums, which are swollen, red, and starting to come off. That was until I found G-Force on the internet. Now my gums are healthy, and I finally have the smile I want.
These messages are the #1 reason to smile for me.
So if you have dental problems, if you're dissatisfied with your current teeth, your bad breath, bleeding gums, if you have no practical and proven alternative to regain perfect teeth, your confidence, and your life back, if you miss taking big chunks of your favorite foods, then G-Force's unique blend of herbs, roots, and minerals is the solution you've been searching for. All you have to do to get life-changing results is to start using G-Force right away. It should already be obvious why G-Force stands tall above any other temporary fix for gum or teeth. Nothing else out there has been proven to work time after time after time in different types of individuals with different medical history. G-Force takes this challenge head-on and destroys the dangerous bacteria that lurk in the blind spots of your gums, causing your teeth and gum to decay, and turns this around for you in a healthy life, full of confidence, coupled with peace of mind and a bright smile. You could even decide to see a dentist who will leave you depressed with pulsating and painful plaque cleaning procedures like dental scaling, as well as other expensive methods that are just time-wasting and don't address the real cause of gum disease or anything with even the slightest shot at getting rid of these bacteria. And faster than you realize, you'll be flushing your cash into his wallet and getting endless treatments like pocket elimination surgery. He'll suggest replacing your damaged teeth with expensive implants that cost at least $4,000 a pop. Then, remember you'll have to wait for at least a year to know if the implant was a success.
And what happens when you can't afford it or it doesn't work?
Maybe you'll hold on to hope and go for the next best thing like I did, periodontal toothpaste or gum strengthening cream. Again, these seem to work for a while, till they reach their inevitable breaking point. So this isn't really what you need. Only G-Force can get the job done in less than 21 days, while you sleep at night and eat during the day. Your teeth and gums will thank you. I promise you'll be fully protected from future dental problems. Now, you can fully understand why Dr. Robinson and I initially set the value of G-Force at $499. That's way lower than graft surgery, and obviously a whole lot less than the cost of implants, especially when you need more than one. Plus, you get a 100% natural remedy that frees you up from any potential risk of infection. When that dawns on you, it would be crystal clear why I, and more than 32,000 people who have used G-Force and with great pleasure know for sure that $499 is a huge steal.
But this is not about the profits for me.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice about you. A beautiful smile creates a youthful appearance, projects confidence, and leaves a lasting impression. I've seen firsthand how using G-Force gave me back my life and helped me get rid of all the pain and humiliation, and how I no longer lose sleep at night worrying whether one of my teeth is about to fall off or whether there's an infection that could spread to my brain and kill me in a matter of hours. Plus, I know the desperate feeling of being sick and broke with no money to take care of yourself. And that's why I won't even ask you to invest anywhere near the $499 price point I initially set the price at, or even down to $299, or way down to $199. Heck, not even $99.
But before I go on, I'd like to ask you these questions.
What's your good health worth to you? What's a bright smile worth to you? What are fresh breath and steady gums really worth to you?
If you're anything like me, then you'll agree that having your self-confidence and strong, healthy teeth is worth so much.
And that's why I'll do something special today, although for a limited time because you've been with me this far, and only while this webpage is still working. You can get your very own bottle of a 30-day supply of G-Force Remedy, all for only $69. You heard me, $69. Before you place that order, one more thing you should know. After all the research done to put together the ingredients of G-Force, after running dozens of hands-on tests, and after all the people who successfully tried it, I keep seeing a pattern repeat itself time after time. And that's why I recommend you take this supplement for at least 2 months for consistency's sake, and to let G-Force showcase its snowball effect, which is to locate and wipe out every single colony of bacteria. This way, your gum and teeth can take in all the minerals and super nutrients to reverse your years of dental damage. On the other hand, G-Force is selling out so fast that once the last batch is gone, it could take us 6 to 9 months to make a new batch, and then weeks, sometimes months, to move from the production centers to distribution outlets. And it's not just because we only accept the purest quality of ingredients and make sure they were grown in the right season, but also because when a remedy works so well, like berberine has been proven to, big pharmaceutical companies buy them all up to stifle the global supply. That's the game they play, to create artificial scarcity and drive prices up while secretly stockpiling it. Berberis, the herb from which we get the powerhouse berberine, is so rare to find in the wild, and there are only a few farms known to grow it, but even fewer pay attention to detail and grow them without chemicals that suck up the potency. The ones that grow them naturally simply fill their pockets thanks to pharma companies buying them all up in advance and keep their mouths shut. So yes, consider your stars aligned because a fresh batch of G-Force is now in stock. And you know what? Because I know how terrible it is to keep living with constant tooth pain and bad breath, for a limited time, I've set up a further discounted bundle system for 6 bottles of the G-Force fast-acting teeth and gum game changer at 30% off. That means you get it for $49 a bottle, today only, and as long as supplies last.
An amazing price for a carefully crafted formula you can't find anywhere else.
With no hidden or recurring charge, just a simple, safe, and secure one-time payment. And once the order for the last batch of G-Force is placed, the Buy Now button disappears, and you might have to wait a whole year till your order gets fulfilled, especially with these intermittent lockdowns and shipping restrictions. But if you act now, you'll have it in your hands in just a few days. So, secure your order for the 6-bottle package or any preferred package by hitting that Buy Now button. Our service to you is our highest calling, And the success stories you share is what keeps us going even in the face of threats we face in the dental industry. Consider this the start of the most revolutionary investment you've ever made in yourself or your health. Yes, one bottle of G-Force might halt bleeding from your rashy gum while pouring more life force into your health. 3 bottles might just be enough to instantly fight off and win over infections, soothe out the pain, and save you the heartache of wasting your time, money, effort, and emotional health the dental industry wants you hooked on. But 6 bottles of this game changer will bind up and revitalize your loose gums, strengthen the roots of your teeth, rejuvenate your enamel, and transform your saliva into fast-acting, instant sword and shield for your teeth and gums, making them bacteria-proof and plaque-cleaning on contact. This is the final and only remedy you will ever need. With G-Force, you shave months off your healing and regeneration process, and with a guarantee for effectiveness. With invasive dental procedures, you'd spend 13 times more time and money with soul-crushing uncertainties. Imagine this. You take the time to book your dental appointment, drive down there and listen to the cold and depressing news about your teeth, and then maybe, after a year, it works. Slim chances. With G-Force, it takes you less than 30 seconds. Then, the explosive wonder starts almost automatically. The healing process takes titanium-like grip over your gum hour by hour. So, hit that Buy Now button below to choose the best package for you. It will take you to a 256-bit encrypted and secure checkout page. Fill in your payment details, click the Place Order button.
That's it, and in just a few days, you'll get your pack delivered to your home.
Click now. It's the only way to secure your package while supplies last.
You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain, because you're also covered by my 60-day massive improvement or your money back 100% guaranteed.
Simply give G-Force a try today by hitting the Buy Now button below. Once you've done that, you just took the most significant step in completely rejuvenating your teeth and gums by investing in yourself through action. If for any reason after taking G-Force you don't start seeing incredible and dramatic improvements, then I would have no words or excuse. All you need to do is send a refund me message within the first 60 days from your purchase. It doesn't matter if you emptied the entire bottle or you've changed your mind and this isn't the right decision. Just send those 2 words, refund me, and you'll get your money back, no questions asked. This means you have 2 full months to carefully use the capsule, 2 months to monitor the changes, 2 months to decide if Dentaforce is for you or not. Some of my colleagues have called me crazy for doing this, but I'm going against what they think and I'm putting myself on the line here, with skin in the game. And you know what? It's definitely worth it for me. I do this for me and everyone that has had to deal with loss of their confidence, people that just want their lives back, people that want great health.
So choose your package and take advantage of your risk-free trial by hitting the Buy Now button below right now.
We are offering G-Force for an amazing price just to put this life-saving solution into more hands. Listen, when you think about it, you really only have 2 choices ahead of you right now. Option 1, stop watching this presentation and exit this page. Do nothing about your situation and keep on keeping on just the way you always have. Go to bed every night with your gums bleeding, sore and swollen. Risk getting life-threatening diseases like diabetes and hypertension. Endure the pain and embarrassment. Shy away from your social life. Lose your friends. Keep getting passed over for promotions because your bosses are too ashamed of introducing you to their key clients. Stay like this for decades till maybe something or someone else pushes you to do something. They may never come. Or, option 2, take 0 risk. Take a chance on yourself. You owe this to yourself. Give G-Force a try right now. And thank me later when you swell up with tears of laughter and unburdened pain.
So choose your preferred package and then just hit the Buy Now button. I can't wait to share your success story.